Hello and welcome. I am your host Michael, and you are here with Hidden Cup game number 2. Very exciting day today. We have Todd Muller playing in the orange, very fancy, playing as the Incas against Brooke van Velden playing in the Celts. Very interesting matchup. Let's get the game rolling. We haven't seen these two civs before, and right off the bat, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've noticed these two players, the random generation has put them very close together. They're almost within a single screen width. In fact, if I had been a monitor that was in 4K, we could probably see them on the same screen. Here we go, double house coming out for Todd Muller. He's done his research, he knows what's going on. He's got his llama, free llama for the Inca player. That comes with them, so they never have to worry about finding their goats very fast. They always have a free llama, very nice. It's under the TC, and Brooke van Velden a little bit slower off the bat, but doing the same thing. Double houses, and we got everyone going for goats underneath the town centre. Very good, very smooth starts for both of these players. We'll see who's going to go first, and Brooke already, you'll notice that if we just switch to her point of view, I think she's found him. She knows Todd is close by, and if we switch to Todd, he hasn't figured that out yet. He doesn't quite realise how close these two players have come together. But no doubt he'll find out shortly. Oh, look at this! Now the only other player to do this, using their scout to push the huntables closer to the town centre to get that extra food, the only other person to do that was Judith Collins in game 5, and that's a sign of someone who somewhat knows what they're doing. Very impressive, and that's actually really smart play by Todd, because these ostriches aren't nice and close to his town centre. They're quite far away, and they're in fact they're almost as close to Brooke as they are to Todd, which is very unfortunate map generation. But look at this, taking full advantage of using a scout, getting those in nice and early, nice and safely. Fantastic play. 3 on wood, very smooth play going on there. Very fast. Interestingly, Brooke van Velden has actually the score lead. Very similar build. Doesn't quite have everyone on wood yet, but we have 6 villagers on the goats. Might have seen some TC idle time because she hasn't actually got a loom yet either. So loom is researched at the town centre, plus 50 gold, and it gives your villagers armour at the start of the game. Very useful. Oh, we're going to lose a villager. Oh, that was close, Brooke. But elephant's been taken. Oh, what's going on here? Interesting. Very interesting. For a second I thought Todd was going to put all of his villagers into the town centre during that lure, but I suppose he was a little bit preoccupied by the elephant situation and stuff to get some actual free damage on Brooke's scout, but oh well. So let's talk about the map. Apart from them being very close together, this hill between the two players is going to be a right pain in the butt, because anyone on this hill is going to get a little attack bonus, and that means if Brooke gets pressured early game, she's going to have a tough time. But if she ever pressures and then goes on the defensive, she's going to have a really good time. So very good there for Brooke. Again, this side of the map very open, and another hill here, which could be an asset or it could be the worst. This could get controlled by the enemy and be a big problem, or she could put a town centre here and protect the gold later on in the game if she gets that far. Hold on. Sorry. We're good. Alright, and we're back. Still going on the ostriches, really good to see. Alright, let's have a look at Todd Muller's map. Nothing out of the ordinary, obviously nice safe back wood line, so both players have that. They're very open on both sides, but not a lot on the same as pesky hills, apart from the middle obviously. This little tree here is quite useful. You can use that to wall on this side and create a really nice safe eco in the back. And on this right side, again very open, but it could be worse. I would I would almost start a little house here and a little wall to this gold mine and a wall back to this gold mine and get this entire area under your control, you know? Lots of farming eco that can be quite safe there if you did that. And also we can talk about the civilizations here. Incas. Now Incas are a fantastic civilization for a map like this when you're very, very close to your enemy. And that's because in the feudal age, when you get a blacksmith and you get the researchers that give attack and armor to your units, those researchers actually affect your villages, which is very, very powerful because you can start using your villages as actual army. We've seen in the previous games when the Goth player goes man-at-arms, well, imagine if every single villager was stronger than a man-at-arms. It becomes a little ridiculous. So very interesting there. We might see him, and that's why, I was about to say, we might see him go to stone, and he's already on stone. He's planning a tower rush, a Ford Tower kind of scenario. So we can look forward to seeing that, and as you can see, these villages, they look like they're already on their way. What's Brooke going to do in preparation for this? Well, she doesn't know what's coming, I don't think. If we switch to her perspective, she hasn't even scouted the fact that Todd Muller is taking stone. And if she knew her civs, she'd know that Incas is almost certainly going to do a tower rush, which is just what they're good at. And if, oh, has he scouted this hill over here? I think Todd Muller has scouted this hill, he's seen this extra gold. And he's like, you know what this is? This is where I'm going to make towers and be really annoying. I'm going to hit these berries, I'm going to deny the stone, I can work my way into the wood line and cut Brooke away from wood. And let's see what happens there. Barracks up for Brooke. She's the Celts. What are the Celts good at? Well, their infantry, their militia and their men-at-arms are very, very fast, very, very speedy. Which could come in handy. Less so on a map when you're so close already to your opponent, but it does mean they hunt down villages a lot faster. Here's that first watchtower, and they've got a blacksmith as well. Todd Muller has done his research, he knows exactly what his strength is for Incas, he's thought about this civilization a bit, and he's gonna go for that Inca blacksmith rush. Now it's very micro intensive and very difficult to pull off, because villages don't auto-attack in Age of Empires 2 like the militia do. Look at this is really good to see from Brooke as well. She's planning to do that militia rush. She's a little bit slow because the opponent's already in feudal age, but Todd Muller did have to do a fast feudal to get these towers up. Oh, and the first tower goes up and the second tower quick behind, and Brooke right now is thinking, what do I do? Now the correct response is your own tower in defense here, but she can't yet. She's not on feudal age. She needs to get to feudal age. And it's really hard, she can't fight this away with villagers, there's too many towers up already. She's coming over with her militia. Now this I think is the wrong move. The militia should instantly go over to this side of the map and hit these stone guys, because if you take out the stone guys then we don't have any more towers coming up. But as this stands, here we see the Inca power. These villagers, 2 melee armor, 3 pierce armor, they are strong. And they can they've actually, by themselves, one could take out one of those militia. It's very easy, and we're going in for another tower here from Todd Muller. He is denying this area, he wants to be a thorn in Brooke's side, and it is working. So this is what you want to avoid when you're going against the Incas, because A, these towers are already shooting these villages, and B, these villages are stronger than your villages. Oh no, and Brooke doesn't have loom. She has the gold. She doesn't have loom. This is disastrous actually. This couldn't be going worse for Brooke right now. I feel sorry for her. Militias are going in one at a time. They're just going to get picked up by the towers. They might as well be going anywhere else. Oh no. And this is really bad. I mean, I can see that Brooke really wants to protect this gold and stone, but she has more gold and stone over here that she could have moved to instead of throwing away all these villages. This is very tricky. This tower's going to go up. None of these villages are doing anything. These guys are coming down. So this is what I was talking about. You need to micro your villages. They don't auto-attack. And it looks like this is going to be a very quick game and a very strong play by the Inca player. He's done his research. He knows the strengths. I mean, Celts isn't a bad civ pick either, but you should be expecting... Oh, and there we go. GG is called. Should be expecting a tower rush from the Inca player. Very strong performance from Todd Muller. Very impressive. Very, very nice. And unfortunately for Brooke, she never got to the feudal age. She couldn't put her own towers in defense. In fact, if we look at her food, not a lot of food, a lot of farms. I do wonder what happened there. Maybe she spent too much food on those 3 men-at-arms at the start and should have gone for more of a faster feudal time. But unfortunately, Brooke van Velden, she is now cut from the tournament, and Todd Muller playing as the Incas. A fantastic tower rush, very impressive, and goes on to round 2. Hope you all enjoyed that. Have a real quick look at the statistics, see what happens. Probably not much to see here. Units killed 25-0. Todd Muller pulling it through without even killing a unit, and he didn't even have an army to do it. That's the power of the Incan villages, right? The very early feudal age. Knew exactly what he had to do. Villager high 27. Very good, very impressive, very, very brutal and fast. Hope you enjoyed it, everyone, and till next time.